At a distance of 112 kilometers from Gwalior in Madhya Pradesh is situated the historic town of Shivpuri. For long a part of the old Gwalior state, it was established as the summer capital of Gwalior in 1915 by the late Madhurao Scindia. These havelis are a reminder of that period. The summer capital was planned as a holiday resort around a polo ground, with the palace in the foreground and the office buildings to the right. Another reminder of Shivpuri's past is the statue of Tatia Tope. He was the commander-in-chief of the revolutionary forces in 1857 and was executed here by the British after the suppression of the revolt. Today's Shivpuri has inevitably outgrown the historic town. We passed through its main square and arrived at the aesthetically designed tourist village. Located off the Shivpuri-Jhansi road at the edge of the forest, this complex of red-tiled cottages is an ideal base for exploring Shivpuri and Madhav National Park. Within 10 minutes walk from the village is a curious shrine, Siddhon ki Madiya. An old banyan tree has enveloped the shrine almost completely. The roots of the tree and the top of the shrine have become indistinguishable. Here the ascetics of the Shaivite order have worshipped for centuries. The shrine is still in use. Close to Siddhon ki Madiya is another religious place, Ban Ganga, which is associated with the Mahabharata epic. According to legend, Arjun shot an arrow or a barn here in the earth to create a perennial pool of Ganges water for Draupadi to have her bath. A Hindu mutt or a monastery was subsequently established, which fell into disuse but was later revived by Baba Pushkar Das Mahant. One of the most beautiful groups of monuments in Shivpuri is the Chhatris or cenotaphs of the Scindias. The Chhatris of Maharani Sakhyaraje Scindia and her son, late Madhurao Scindia, face each other across a formal Mughal garden, intersected with pathways, ornamental balustrades, and at night illuminated by Victorian lamps. Sakhyaraje's Chhatri has a dignity of line and superb harmony. Madhurao Scindia, who built this Chhatri, firmly believed in religious harmony, as is evident in the synthesis of Hindu-Muslim architecture in this Chhatri. This synthesis is further elaborated in the water tanks and gardens and in the Chhatri of Madhurao Scindia himself, which is far more ornate in design than the Chhatri of Sakhyaraje Scindia. Here the Rajput and the Mughal pavilions beautifully blend with shikhar-type spires, creating new forms in space. The marble surface of the Chhatri is inlaid in the Pietra Dura style to create a rich effect. This decorative process is continued on the walls and pillars in the interior of the Chhatri, where the singers of the Gwalior Gharana sing daily in the evenings. Almost as an affirmation of the religious liberalism of the Scindias, In the complex adjoining the Chhatris is situated a mosque which belongs to the same period as the Chhatris. We decided to return to the Chhatris in the evening to listen to some music and proceeded to explore the Madhav National Park. 156 square kilometers in area, the park is open throughout the year. The forest is mixed, dry and deciduous. Within the park is Sakhya Sagar Lake and Sakhya Rani Boat Club. The lake is the home of a wide variety of birds, herons, egrets, pintail, and so on. The forest also has the peacock and a wide variety of animals, nilgai, sambar, spotted deer or chinkara, and the black-faced monkey or langur. This is a wildlife country. You cannot get down from your vehicle to disturb their habitat. Deep within the forest of the park, at its highest point, is the turreted George Castle, built by Jiaji Rao Scindia. From here you get a superb view of the Sakhya Sagar Lake and the Chandpatta Lake. Another interesting building in Shivpuri is the Bombay Koti, so called because of its architectural style, which broadly corresponds to the style of the old British bungalows in Bombay. In the lawns of the Bombay Koti lies an exquisitely carved marble bench, a tribute to the art of the artists in stone and to the good taste of the patrons of a bygone era. "21 kilometers outside Shivpuri, we arrived at the village Survaya. At first view, it appeared like any other village in the plains of North India. But Survaya has a continuous history of more than 800 years. During the 11th and 12th centuries, it was a part of the kingdom of Kashyap Ghat Rajputs, from whom Kachuwaha Rajputs derived their name. This fortress, or garhi, was perhaps built in the 17th century. Inside the garhi, there is a complex of 3 Shiva temples and a Shaivite monastery belonging to the 11th and 12th centuries. Architecturally a bare structure, this is where the ascetic monks once lived and prayed. This is where they sought their salvation, in solitude and silence. But when it came to creating temples to their own gods, all their artistry seemed to flow out in sumptuous exuberance. The main Shiva temple in Garhi Survaya is decorated with panels of finely carved figural and decorative motifs. The door leading to the sanctum has an elaborate frieze depicting Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Inside the sanctum, there is an image of a linga, bare and stark, like the monastery of the worshippers. The monastery confronts you with a separate reality, which the modern man finds difficult to comprehend. In the evening, we return to the chhatris of Shivpuri, where the notes of ragas had already begun to float, and slowly our lack of comprehension of a different reality began to disappear.